Good afternoon. This is the regular meeting of the Community Development Commission. Today is Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. Madam Recorder, can you please take roll call?
Commissioner Covington,
Here.
Commissioner Frazier, Commissioner Le, Commissioner Martinez,
Present.
Commissioner Santana,
Present.
Commissioner Oliva, Commissioner Harvey, Commissioner Padilla, Commissioner Cornelius.
Present.
Thank you. We have quorum.
Seeing a quorum, is the official call to order. Can I have Commissioner Covington please leave it on the pledge of allegiance when you're ready to come in?
Please stand. Face the flag. If you're a veteran, please salute. All of this, place your right hand over your heart. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Covington. At this time, members of the public may address the Community Development Commission regarding any non-agenda items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the committee. No action may be taken on non-agenda items unless authorized by law. Does the public have any comments they wish to see? Seeing none. No, okay.
We have none.
No online requests. Perfect. The next item is the consent calendar. This is time for the commission to consider matters consent calendar items 1 through 3. Do I have a motion to consider item 1 through 3?
Let's move it.
Before we do, I would like to pull items 3 and 4 on the agenda. So I'm pulling items 3 and 4. I'm actually pulling 1 through 4. That's okay. Can I get a second? Second. Thank you. All those in favor, please vote. Aye. Or can we give you a roll call?
Commissioner Covington, first of all, who motioned?
I made a
You motion?
I actually got a question, if we could ask that, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Probably right, protocol, that's right. Okay, just so I'm clear on my mind, you say you want to pull item 4, what does that actually mean for today?
I'm actually continuing on this for the following commission meeting, so we're not going to be discussing items 1 through 4 today. We're going to be discussing items 5. And the reason being is that we're not all fully here, and I want to give one opportunity to who wants to consider themselves for chairman position, vice chair, or these opportunities, having the ability to be first and chair.
Understood.
And I think, Mr. Chairman, you are seeking a full 4 and 5 to continue 4 and 5, but because we have consent and business calendar.
Correct.
And so I think you're
I jumped ahead.
I think you were just looking at full 4 and 5.
4 and 5. So we're just going to back to the following commission. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So that is that in. Quick roll call.
Okay, first of all, we're doing consent calendar, and are we pulling those, pushing them until August, or we're gonna vote on those because it's a separate item?
Right. Well, I put it in the business calendar, so for clarification, we're going back to the consent calendar, can you give a motion to approve items 1 through 3?
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 through 3.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Just whatever, do we need a second on that motion?
I think I was second, so.
Second.
Sorry, confusion. We're not being discussing, we're moving on to the business calendar, we're not discussing matters in the business calendar first, the 4, election vice chair, as said, that has been continued, so we're just getting ahead.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, if I may
Hold on,
intercede
hold
real
on,
quick.
hold on, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
Yes, I was just going to say, since we do have a commissioner online, we have to do a roll call vote for each motion. So it sounded as if the consent calendar, there was a motion to approve items 1, 2, and 3. that would need to be done by a roll call vote.
Understood.
Okay, I'll do roll call. Give me 1 second, let me go back. Okay, Commissioner Covington,
Clarification, we go individually to.
I'm gonna do roll call for consent calendar. Since we have a commissioner online, we have to do roll call one by one.
But it's 1 through 3. it's not-
1 through 3, yes. Commissioner Le, Commissioner Santana, Commissioner Cornelius,
Aye.
Commissioner Martinez.
Aye.
Thank you.
Great, and this morning, we're now moving on to the work study session. We had an item in the work study session, please note that there will be no motion for action taken on this item. The first item is item 3, 2022, now. Will staff please report on this item?
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I think you're on
Work study session.
work study session. Okay, yes. Sarah Court, our housing program analyst, will provide the work study session. This is in follow-up to a request, it was 2 meetings ago, where the commission requested us to provide a work study on the point time.
Great meeting.
Good afternoon, my name is Sarah Court, I am a housing programs analyst at the city. And tonight I will be presenting information on the 2022 Orange County point in time count. The point in time count is a count of sheltered and unsheltered individuals experiencing homelessness on a single night.
Screen 2.
Oh.
They can see it as well. There's Sarah.
So the 2022 Orange County point in time count was conducted by the Orange County Continuum of Care. The shelter count was took place on the night of Monday, February 21st. And the unsheltered count took place over 3 days, from Tuesday, February 22nd through Thursday, February 24th. The central service planning area count took place on Tuesday, February 22nd. City of Santa Ana falls within the central service planning area in Orange. The 2022 point in time count data summary was released by the Continuum of Care on May 11, 2022, which provided initial information about the data that was collected during. Next slide on the methodology. The 2022 point in time count was conducted by sending out teams of volunteers who were deployed early in the morning and late in the evening, twice daily, to conduct a count of individuals experiencing homelessness. These teams collected unique identification data points that were used to deduplicate and ensure that nobody was counted twice. And the survey data was collected using our GIS survey 123, which is a phone application that captures GIS locations and provides characteristic information about each individual that's surveyed. After the surveys were completed, verification process was conducted to eliminate any duplicates that may have been collected. Next slide will show the initial data that was collected in total. The sheltered and unsheltered. The totals are listed here. It's a total of 5,718 individuals in the whole county, and then it will break down by north, central, and south spot. We also collected population information pertaining to veterans, transitional youth, and seniors. The next slide will show the unsheltered data specifically. There were 3,057 total unsheltered individuals experiencing homelessness, and you will see the breakdown by veterans, transitional youth, and seniors there as well. The sheltered count, which took place on Monday, the 21st of February. Collected information about 2,661 total individuals. And you'll see the breakdown of veterans, transitional age group, and seniors. This next slide shows the sample for the planning area specific data. And we highlighted here the breakdown of Santa Ana specifically. 508 individuals were counted during unsheltered count, and 482 were counted during sheltered count, for a total of 990 individuals. The next slide is a comparison of information that was collected during the previous point in time count and the 2023 point in time count. So you will see the number of unsheltered and sheltered individuals in 2019 versus 2022, with a total reduction of 38.8%. And the total sheltered individuals from 2019 to 2022, with a total reduction of 48.67%. Really small paper. So next slide, it will cover some considerations to keep in mind when taking a look at this data. This time count was initially scheduled for the first, the last 10 days of January 2022. During that time, there was a surge of the Omicron variant, and the count was delayed into the last 10 days of February. The weather was pretty cold during the time of the point in time count, and weather conditions can decrease visible homelessness due to individuals taking shelter in warmer locations. The literal definition of homelessness that must be followed for the point in time count does not include individuals staying in temporary situations such as somebody else's home, couch surfing. Those individuals aren't counted for the point in time count, and also keep in mind that the point in time count captures just a snapshot of data for one night, and some individuals are not captured. And so overall, we do get some really good insight and sources of data from the count, but there are also some gaps in the data that should be considered. In terms of next steps and more information to come about the 2022 time count, a more comprehensive report will be released by the Orange County Continuum of Care, likely in late August. And this will contain a lot more city-specific data as it pertains to all of these subpopulations and demographic information. So that will provide you more information about residents in Santa Ana maybe experiencing homelessness. And the county will continue to work with the CSC to evaluate this data and determine funding allocations based on and evaluate current programs and funding based on this data. And that last slide will just provide you with the link to the initial 2022 data summary, and also a video press conference that was conducted by Orange County Continuum of Care when this data was first released.
Great, thank you for your presentation. A lot of information here. If you want to stay for a quick second, I'm going to have open to the commission after any comments, questions. If you'd like to ask some staff, I'll take the names of minutes. Have any questions? Mr. Stevenson?
Just, I was kind of surprised to see on slide number 8, what the count was for the sheltered, unsheltered. Again, the same for 2019, 2022. The decrease, what do you chalk that up to primarily? Because I was always under the impression that, different agencies, when they bring people here, be arrested, for whatever they did, they would leave them here in Santa Ana. So that's why we had the expanding numbers. So here I see that's not the case. So what is the primary factor So I can just understand and explain the reduction.
No, there could be a number of factors that would contribute to lower numbers. Certainly, the city of Santa Ana has done a lot of work to increase, services and shelter capacity within the city. And during the time of the count, shelter capacity was limited due to COVID-19, so that could have an effect on the number of sheltered individuals, but also kind of explain the reasoning for unsheltered homelessness going down. As well as, there are a number of factors that could happen on the day of the event that might have an effect on the numbers. But certainly, it's just a snapshot and a point in time of the number of individuals experiencing homelessness. And, as we continue to get more data about future counts, that will help us and see if those numbers level out or continue to increase or decrease over time.
Does the city of Santa Ana still have an active lawsuit against cities for basically dumping their homes here in the city?
That's from Mr. Hodge, if you wanted to know the legal technical question.
So there is a lawsuit in federal court. There was a settlement agreement and resolution though. And so we are kind of proceeding under those settlement agreement terms at this time. So there's not active litigation per se, but there was litigation in the federal court, yes.
I only get a little piece of that. I think I did hear that there's no active litigation at this time.
There's a settlement agreement between the parties, is where it currently stands.
Okay, I did hear that. Thank you. Yes.
Any commissioner online? You can't see him.
Commissioner Martinez.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And thank you for the presentation, staff. I do appreciate you all putting this together for us. My question was about the number of unsheltered individuals experiencing homelessness. I wanted to ask about maybe the number of beds that we may have available or expect to have available in the future. Just to see if the city has plans or even the capacity to accommodate the number of individuals who are unsheltered at the time.
I'm sorry, Commissioner, is that a question or we couldn't really hear?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. If you feel like, we're not sure if that's a question or a comment or a statement.
I'm asking if the city has the capacity to accommodate unsheltered individuals. And if we have like plans to accommodate that number.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Martinez. I can take that one. We certainly want to maximize the beds that we have available in our Carnegie Street shelter, as well as the shelter beds that we have allocated to the city at the Yale shelter. And that's the city's goal, is to ensure that those beds are fully 100% utilized, both at the Carnegie shelter and at the Yale shelter. Regarding our capacity to serve every unsheltered individual in our city, that's outside our capacity and
Okay, thank you.
Just give it 30 seconds for Commissioner Logan to first.
Hello.
For the record, it's 502.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A little bit, but it comes from the time.
My question, since I'm gonna keep it closer to, the point in time. Is there a word about a recount, or, because I know because of COVID, it wasn't real, like, didn't count that there are cities talking about adding another count. Sure, who do this? The city, count.
Get out the same amount of teams as the year prior, to complete the point in time count. I am not sure if there are any discussions about a recount or even possibly exploring, a count. They usually take place every other year, but there may be talks about, doing another one, in this 2023. So we can certainly, keep a pulse on that and report back to the commission.
And the county counts every 2 years, right?
Typically, it's every 2 years, that's what's required.
And is there any other food service, right?
No, there isn't. This is the most important count every 2 years.
Would. We do have a homeless director, right? Is that Officer Kim, I mean, Mr. Steve?
We have 2 homeless services managers, Terry Eggers and Ken Kaminsky.
Okay. I'm curious if the city would consider or have an opportunity to actually do its own count to see if it's different from the county oranges count. So I'm not sure if that is directive that this commission recommendation can make for council or.
You know, it really doesn't fall within the authority of this commission. It would fall under the authority of the mayor and city council.
But I thought there's URA like for this council to fund those positions and control.
The no, our housing division doesn't have, we don't have any grants that fund shelters or homeless services.
I thought we were using money for the Bolt team and another service.
Not through our housing division.
Not long ago with Mr. Price, we actually were able to go to the shelter, and I know there's funds that are coming from this commission was
ESG is our linkage.
ESG.
Yeah, a portion, very small portion of the.
How much that would be when we go to friends to any programs that are currently being operated?
By homeless services?
Yeah.
So we provide $51,880 to the HART team through our emergency solutions grant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our one linkage to the active homeless services that are provided to our homeless.
Okay, for some reason, when outside the city fund there was more report outs, and I'm not sure if did something get pushed out from the commission, or is this now falling into another commission?
No, I think when OFSA used to come, it was at the request of the commission, like the commission requested the 2022 point time count. And so we agendized it as a work study for you.
It more than what we updates regularly, so even attending all the meetings.
I remember that. I think it was initially after the position was created, there was this idea of having her report out to the commission. I think that happened, like you said, maybe 2 or 3 times. But then after that, the staff determined that she reports directly to the mayor and city council.
Okay, and I want to say to the even going off here, but I'm gonna open it to any commission or any additional questions. Of course, proceed that on the understanding point item. Speaking none, thank you so much for your presentation. It's a lot of great people today. Well, today was a relatively quick commission meeting. I apologize. I'm not going to be doing this, but I haven't had a full couple hours out because we didn't have a full commission here. So we're not going to be choosing magistrates today or have our for commission. We were in following. That being said, we're going to go with staff comments. The staff had say like
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. We do, so at the Community Development Commission meeting on June 22nd, staff recommended approval of a pre-commitment of funds of $1.2 million for the development of 4 affordable ownership units located at 19.1 West Washington Avenue to be developed by Habitat for Humanity. If you recall, we had the presentation by Habitat for Humanity and a robust discussion after that meeting. The motion was made and approved by the commission for city staff to increase the density of the proposal and return to the commission, and it was voted upon 5-2. Since that date, staff has met 3 times with Habitat for Humanity, and I'm sorry, twice. We've met twice with Habitat for Humanity. Our 3rd meeting is actually tomorrow afternoon. And we are still continuing to evaluate and discuss the opportunity to increase the density of their project from 4 units. I'm sorry, from 4 units to 6 units. There's several moving pieces. Part of that, first, of course, the financial aspect of increasing the award amount that would allow them to give them the opportunity to build the 6 units. But this space and the size of the project on that site, the ability for a fire truck to come on that site, and the planning and zoning surrounding that site. So there's several moving pieces. We have a planning manager who's been joining us in those calls. We have our residential construction specialist who's been joining on that calls. Our financial consultant as well. So we have our whole team on this. We are hoping to have a resolution to this discussion and negotiation on the direction by the commission tomorrow. If not, we're going to continue meeting. But our goal is ideally to bring back the proposal to the commission at the next meeting in August. And it's an update on the Habitat for Humanity proposal that is currently being negotiated following the direction from the
Fantastic, thank you, Mr. Brown. I'm going to get to Commissioner's comments. Commissioner, please don't you have no members may speak more than once until all have an opportunity to speak. Also, all commission may vote for the our comments 3 minutes. That's very thoughtful, and then we'll have to speak.
Just quick comment for a comment. It has told the election of chairperson, vice chairperson, and commission member. Recommend that whoever's here next meeting, we move forward with that. Whoever's here is here. I just don't look at that. That's it.
Great, thank you.
No, I'm actually good. It's my 26th wedding anniversary today, so whenever I get home, we'll begin the celebration. So everybody just have a safe and fun summer. Till next time.
Congratulations on your anniversary of your drinking lots of champagne tonight. We're going to Commissioner Lee. No, okay. Great, thank you. Do we have Commissioner Martinez?
Yes.
Would you like to say any closing comments?
No, I just wanted to thank staff for their work. I know last time during our meeting we had a conversation that resulted in additional work for them, but I do want to show some appreciation for you all following up with Habitat and meeting with them and working with us to increase some of the density. So I appreciate you all and just the rest of the commissioners as well for your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Martinez, Commissioner. Ms. Gomez.
Well, I just want to apologize for being so late. I got caught in traffic. And yeah, I want to thank you staff for going back to the community and I'm excited to see kind of your presentation about that.
Thank you, Commissioner Gomez. I just want to thank you to the city staff for putting this service together. It's a lot of information. And thank you, Commissioner, and I say to agree that we move things forward. Just want to make sure that opportunity to the person, and sometimes people are have glitches. Today, but yes, we'll go ahead and move business forward. Question for city staff: we haven't really seen much of a superintendent present anything from this year?
Yes, he emailed me this week and he was not able to attend again due to illness. And he did made a comment that he possibly might be resigning due to his medical condition.
Understood.
And also I want to just comment that our student commissioner, was unable to attend today due to a recognition that she was receiving for completing her internship. I forgot the name of the program, but she sent her greetings and she hopes to be here next week, next meeting.
That being said, few requests. One is if we can tour the new homeless shelter facility and the commission, we can set the dates together. Also, if we can meet our team, if they can come to our next commission meeting and have them speak on what they're doing, maybe someone we could do that. I think, just kind of do that concerns to many residents and quality of life. So that, and then, other than that, I want to thank City staff again for having us here today. This meeting is now adjourned. Our next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, August 24th at 4:30 p.m.